All right, it looks like we are live. I am going to start right in on this and let me know what you guys and gals think about this. News has recently, within the last hour or two, maybe three, has come out that a Minnesota man was arrested earlier this month, but it's just coming out now. And he was charged with threatening the life of Attorney General Pam Bondi on a TikTok post. Now, I'm going to start by apologizing. This is not my usual camera setup. One of my cameras did have an issue, so I'm going to have to replace my good streaming camera. So until that is rectified, I'm going to use the Apple one. Hopefully, this isn't too bad. Let me know in the comments if it drives you crazy. I apologize. But a lot of people, a lot of channels, a lot of news stations are talking about this. But what I want to do is I want to give you the FBI report. I want to show you the report so we know the facts, not just spin from whatever station you're watching this on. Hey, everybody, I'm starting to see you there. The comments are starting to populate. But I wanted you to see this literally from the horse's mouth, see the FBI's report on this. It was a $45,000 hit that he put out on Pam Bondi on TikTok, and FBI is all over this. So let's jump into it. If I can do this again without destroying my system. Let me say, like, I've been hard on Pam Bondi, but it's just because I want her to do her job, support and defend the Constitution. I don't want, you never wish this to happen to people. But thank you. Camera looks good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. There we go. Wrong one. Here we go. I'm going to minimize my dome piece, and let me see if I can make this bigger for y'all here. If I go to the report, and can I get rid of that? Yeah. Well, let's deal with it this way. So the report was filed on October 16th, 2025, just a couple days ago. And it's out of the state of Minnesota in the county of Hennepin. And this is the affidavit of Caleb Jurison, who is a special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And in his entrance here, the opening statement, he says, I've been so employed since June of 2024. So he's a new agent. I'm currently assigned to the Minneapolis Division in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. I have gained experience in the conduct of criminal investigations through previous case investigations, formal training, and in consultation with law enforcement partners and local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. And as part of my current duties, I conduct investigations of violent crimes occurring in Minnesota and throughout the United States. These investigations have included the use of various law enforcement techniques and the execution of various search, seizure, and arrest warrants. In my current duties as a special agent, I investigate criminal cases relating to domestic terrorism, among other crimes and criminal activity. I have received specialized training in domestic terrorism investigations, and I have investigated and assisted in the prosecution of domestic terrorism crimes. Throughout my time as an investigator, I have been tasked with the investigation of a variety of crimes to include threatening communications, harassment and stalking, domestic violence, controlled substance trafficking, labor trafficking, burglary, and fraud. This affidavit is submitted for the limited purpose of establishing probable cause in support of issuing a complaint and an arrest warrant for Tyler Maxon Avalos, Avalos. Year of birth is 1995, for interstate transmission of a threat to injure the person of another in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 875C Charlie. This affidavit is based on my personal knowledge as well as information I have learned from other law enforcement officers involved in the investigation and the review of reports, written materials, and recordings. And I'm going to show you the actual post he put up on TikTok as well. This affidavit, however, does not include all the details of the investigation known to me or the government. Rather, it only includes information believed to be sufficient to establish probable cause for the charge in the complaint. Here's the probable cause section. On or about October 9th of 2025, a known and identified TikTok user from Detroit, Michigan, submitted a report to the FBI National Threat Operations Center, NTOC, regarding a threatening post against United States Attorney General Pam Bondi that had come across the TikTok user's feed, or the user's TikTok feed. The TikTok user reported the threat as a murder for hire of U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. The TikTok user reported that the threatening post was imposing a hit on Pam Bondi for $45,000, posting it on TikTok. His username is at liminal void slip. The FBI obtained screenshots of the TikTok threatening post and the suspect's user page, which are both depicted below. And here is the post that he you can see here his screen name, or his TikTok handle is Wacko, and it says wanted Pam Bondi, reward 45,000, dead or alive, preferably dead. And he superimposed a reticle on her forehead, and it says cough cough, when they don't serve us, then what? And then this is his page. So we'll continue with the report. If I can shrink this back down. It says, as depicted above, the threatening post has a photograph of U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi with a sniper scope red dot on AG Bondi's forehead. The caption reads, wanted Pam Bondi, reward $45,000 or $45,000, dead or alive, preferably dead. Additionally, the suspect user posted a comment below the description or the depiction that reads, cough cough, when they don't serve us, then what? Eurofient also noted that the username on the suspect user's TikTok page was displayed as Wacko, which Eurofient recognized based on his training and experience as the symbol for anarchy, the A and the O crossed out there. Additionally, the suspect user's TikTok page had a link to an anarchist FAQ book pinned to his page. According to open source research, as well as based on Eurofiant's training and experience, anarchism is a political philosophy and movement that seeks to abolish all institutions that perpetuate authority, coercion, or hierarchy, primarily targeting the state and capitalism. Anarchism advocates for the replacement of the state with stateless societies and voluntary free associations. 9 here. FBI agents in the Detroit, Michigan area submitted an emergency disclosure request to TikTok through TikTok's online portal for information pertaining to the username, that guy. TikTok responded to the EDR and informed the FBI that the device used to sign up the suspect's TikTok user account was a Samsung Galaxy. I just cut myself off. There it is. On September 7th, 2025 at 9:15 a.m. with a sign-up IP address of blah. Additionally, TikTok reported that the sign-up platform used was Google with an email address of that screaming meow void at Gmail. Detroit FBI agents then submitted an EDR to Google and Comcast for subscriber information related to the email address and the IP address used on the date and time referenced above. Google responded to the EDR and provided numerous IP logins as recently as October 3rd, 2025 in the Minnesota area. The subscriber name was listed as Gray. The device and account identifiers revealed the device had user emails that included screaming meow void at Gmail, as well as Tyler Avalos 1995 at Gmail. Eurofient notes that the second Gmail address provided by Google corresponds to the suspect's first name, last name, and year of birth. Additionally, the device attributes were a Samsung SMS916 uniform, which matched the device model from the TikTok EDR results. Comcast responded to the EDR and advised the IP in question was used on 9/7/25, showed the subscriber name Tyler Avalos with phone number 612 blah blah blah, and the address of they redacted parts of this. Eurofient ran a check of Minnesota State Supervision records for Avalos and learned that his present record shows him to reside at that address with the same apartment number. And FBI agents then confirmed with Comcast that the blank address provided by Comcast in the EDR was the listed service address, and the address is the billing address for Avalos. FBI agents conducting surveillance, however, observed Avalos exiting this address at approximately 2:40 p.m. on October 16th, 2025. Additionally, FBI agents observed the name tag T Avalos on the mailbox for Avalos's apartment, his apartment number inside the blank address there. Mike, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys in the chat, I'm reading, so I might have missed a lot of you. I'll catch up, I hope. But thank you. Additionally, FBI agents observed the name tag T Avalos on the mailbox, the apartment number inside the address there. Now, Eurofine also checked Avalos's criminal history and learned that he has a multi-state conviction history, including a July 2022 felony stalking conviction from Dakota County, and an August 2016 felony third-degree domestic battery from Polk County, Florida, and an April 2016 misdemeanor domestic assault from Dakota County, which appears to have been reduced from a felony domestic assault by strangulation charge. Based on the foregoing, Eurofine has probable cause to believe that Avalos did knowingly transmit in interstate and foreign commerce communications consisting of an online post containing a threat to injure the person of another in violation of 18 U.S.C. 875 C Charlie, not Chi Charlie. It's one of those days. Sorry, I've been on the phone literally all day long, so my brain is mush. So that is what is out as of now. The case was first reported by Seamus Hughes of the National Counterterrorism Innovation Technology and Education Center at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and I've seen it all over since. But what do you guys and gals like? Obviously, when it's the discussion or the topic rather of this video is what it is, you would assume that you're probably being monitored. So with that said, what do you guys think of this scenario? Like, how should this go about? And from what before we go there, I will add that he has been released on personal recognizance on a GPS monitor. So this is just me thinking. This is me soapboxing. If they thought that this was serious, like the judge, you would think would have put this cat on some type of bond or held him for bail or dangerousness hearing. I don't know how Minnesota operates, but certain states have dangerousness hearings. To let him out on a slap, just like, hey man, like when we schedule you, make sure you have to show up. Okay, I sign off and leave. That's what happened. So, yeah. With that said, what do y'all think in the comments here while we have a few minutes together before I bounce? I just wanted to get you this information. And if you didn't see my video from earlier this afternoon, check that, because in my attempt to be fair with the Department of Justice, I gave them a big attaboy today. They did something phenomenal for the Second Amendment, so watch that. But I will continue to demand accountability from them when they, push infringements or stand by infringements. But yeah, it's just it's odd. It's something I don't remember hearing anything like this in a very long time, where somebody puts a hit out on an administration member. Whether the person thought they were doing it tongue in cheek or whether it was serious, I guess we'll see. There'll be remain to be seen there, depending on the investigation and what goes on from there. But I don't know. Just interesting. Wanted to give you guys this information. It's big news. It's, the Department of Justice is somebody we deal with regularly, and who knows, maybe they're going to find that this person didn't mean it, or who knows, maybe they'll find that they did mean it. But I just hope that this doesn't get tied into the good guys and gals out there, that are just holding their feet to the fire or demand that our government does what they were elected to do. So, this could go a bunch of different ways. So we'll see. $45,000 bail, but let out on his own recognizance. I'm sorry, $45,000 hit, let out on his own recognizance. Crazy to think what's going on. This country is fraying. Appreciate y'all. Just wanted to get you this information. Please share it and check out the video I did this morning with the topic of breaking news. The DOJ did something good, man. They did something good for the Second Amendment, and it has to do with standard capacity magazines. I'll see y'all on the next one. If anything happens between now and then, I'll come live and bring you something. And if y'all want to do some more live streams, I know we used to do them quite a bit with court cases and stuff, but things have changed a little bit. But if you want me to get back into that, let me know, and I will make that happen. Appreciate y'all. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. Remember, there are rights. We don't get them from government, and we sure is not going to give something back to them that wasn't theirs to begin with. It is what it is. I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, y'all. Be safe.